السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي هارون أخي اشدد به أزري ويشرك في أمري كي نسبحك كثيرا ونذكرك كثيرا إنك كنت بنا بصيرا. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وارنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وارنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم. ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الراحمين. آمين. والحمد لله Rabbil Alemin. Amin. Yasin suresinin 36. ayetini geçen hafta çalışmış idik. Bu ayette I'm sorry. Last week we have studied the second 36th section of the Quran, which is section Yasin, and we have studied this verse last week. We emphasized on the importance of some, as far as the methodological side is concerned, of the Quran is concerned, it's an excellent word. Many verses are really excellent examples of the Quran, how it presents its message to human beings in an extremely concise way. We studied this verse. سبحان الذي خلق الأزواج كلها مما تنبت الأرض ومن أنفسهم ومما لا يعلمون. Glory be to him who is so perfect in his qualities, who creates all things in pairs, the plants of the earth, mankind themselves, and things as yet they have not knowledge of. So we emphasized the pairs side of it, but we missed out last week another aspect, that this kind of verses, not only this one, but this kind of verses are emphasizing on the importance of understanding that this one, وَمِنْ أَنفُسِهِمْ وَمِمَّا لَا يَعْلَمُونَ مِمَّا تُنْبِتُ الْأَرْضِ, the structure-wise, plants of the earth, mankind themselves, the things as yet they have no knowledge of. So they are all created with the most absolute creator. But when we look at the word, especially mimma tumbitul ardu, the plants of the earth. Sorry, again, plants of the earth, this one, plants of the earth. It seems to be the Quran, or this particular verse. There are many examples we can find in the Quran as well, demonstrating this kind of presentation. So we have to understand, as an example, we have to study this verse. Plants of the earth, it means Quran is saying the plants belong to the earth. So he created the things in pairs, but now the earth is growing the plants. So so it really makes someone surprised that isn't that God who creates the plants? Why does it say that the plants of the earth. It means as if not the plants that we have created. Of course, it will say, it will be explicitly stated in the following verses, but in this particular verse, it doesn't say so. And there are many examples of this kind of language of the Quran. I said, we have to prepare our minds how we should understand the language of the Quran mentioning this, and also really the things are coming from the earth. Of course, the Quran speaks to the very common people. It means the lowest or the least educated people are taking notice of, and it is presented in the Quran in such a way that the most educated people also will benefit from it. But the examples are given in the Quran according to the level of the least educated people, addressing to their human qualities. This is one of the examples, the plants of the earth, because for an least educated person, it seems to be that the plants are coming out of the earth. Still, this is created by the one who creates everything in the universe, but maybe it comes to human mind that maybe it is the case that God created the earth with the capacity to grow the plant. That is the most important problem of this age. Now we have to analyze this. Of course, no one says nowadays that earth is growing the plants. But what they say instead of earth, although it really boils down to the same understanding that earth is creating or DNA is creating the plants. Why they are the same? Because the elements of the earth is not really different from the elements of the plant, of the DNA material elements of DNA. So all the material elements of DNA, on the materials elements of the DNA, certain information is written there. Of course, this information cannot be the product of matter, unconscious, blind matter. Impossible. Blind nature, it means, nature means matter. Matter, this not substance. They have no qualities, but they are created as they are. So I said we have to analyze this case, which is the main problem of this century, this age. Especially nowadays, they are really not only saying that, no, it is my idea, but they are imposing this idea on people's minds because they are being taught in formal education systems, which all education systems must follow according to the requirements of this legal requirements of any country in the world. All of them, with no exception, they teach this ideology that DNA is the source of development or existence of animate beings. That is what they claim. So I said, instead of talking a lot, I must write the summary of what I wanted to say. No? Here we go. Now, I think you can see now. Let me take this one away. No, doesn't go. The contrast of the qualities in the effect and the causes. We have to really feel comfortable about this. First, what we have to pay attention to, we need to examine the qualities manifested in the effect. Well, we know that the cause and effect. The problem is this, cause and effect. The earth is the cause, effect is the plant. Or DNA is the cause, effect is the plant or animate beings. So we have to examine the qualities, for example, human qualities, or any, let's take an example today, a rabbit, or rabbit's qualities to be a rabbit. We have to look at the rabbit's qualities and see which kind of qualities they have. And this is rabbit, not only the body, but to be a rabbit. Rabbit is not a bird, is not a worm. Rabbit is a rabbit. It is not, for example, let's say a cat. It is a rabbit. Cat catches mice. Rabbit doesn't. It is another animal with completely different way of life, nourishing themselves, taking care of their children, their generation, regenerating, looking for food, and cat eats something different. Rabbit eats not meat. Cat loves meat. Rabbit eats plant. So completely different. The way they have their shelter to protect themselves from enemies, their enemies, cat is different, rabbit is different. Although they may look like each other at first, it doesn't matter. The two machines may look like each other, and one of them is a washing machine, the other one is a drying machine. Completely different. So because they look like each other doesn't mean that they are they have evolved from one to otherwise the similar one. How can I say that one model of car, let's say 1924 model of Toyota. I know Toyota, so or Honda. That doesn't matter. Toyota. And another car is 2023 Toyota. They look like each other, but 2023 Toyota is a completely new program, new design, although they may look like each other, but they need to be reconstructed by a conscious being and an engineer, new design. But they look like each other, all right? They have some similarities, all right? They are following the same rules, all right? But it's an independent engineering design. And 2024 Toyota is an independent engineering. We can design of the engineers. So we cannot say that 2023 Toyota evolved in itself into 2024 Toyota. No, there is an engineer. Without engineer, Toyota is a matter, cannot do anything. So exactly the material elements of DNA are just matter. They need to be created and they need to be designed in a completely different way. Let's take this example. Effect is 2024 Toyota and cause, they call it, we don't, they call it. The 2023 Toyota seemed to be the cause of existence of the effect 2024 Toyota. Now, we have to understand this. We have to examine the qualities of the effect. It means a plant or a rabbit. And we need to pay attention to its location, how a rabbit has located in its existence in the world, or the result. For example, a one cell of the rabbit is located in its body, and one quality of a rabbit is located in its existence, not physically, but non-physical way, because it is another level of existence. So, for example, rabbits, being a rabbit, not a cat, is another level of existence. It has nothing to do with matter. And we have to look at it and how it is every single cell of the body, if we take the body as an example, of the rabbit is located in a perfect way, and the relationship with its environment. So every cell in any member of the body of rabbit is completely different from other members. One of them is rabbit's heart, the other one is rabbit's liver, and the other one is rabbit's, let's say, lung, or brain, or skin, or, I don't know, teeth, or hair. Completely different. But how they are combined together in such a perfect way, working harmoniously. So their relationship with their environment cannot be the result of matter. Impossible. But they say this matter is alive. Okay? Life. Life cannot be the result of the elements of DNA. Why? Life has completely different qualities. DNA elements are, or they have completely different qualities. It has nothing to do with the result. Life. For example, my body is completely impossible to compare, different from my body's material elements. How can matter be the source of existence of something which is not material being? So we conclude each being must be located by a one who must have universe-wise wisdom, knowledge, choice, and all qualities needed to be the source of existence of the qualities manifested in effect. Qualities manifested in effect. I'm just putting my cursor on it. So this fact makes it necessary for us to conclude that the qualities of that one must be absolute, because it is location, rabbit's location, or the heart, lung of the rabbit's location within the context of rabbit's body, and the rabbit's body within the context of earth environment, and earth environment is within the context of the solar system, solar system within the context of Milky Way galaxies, and the Milky Way galaxy within the context of all galaxies of the universe. That is why one who is responsible for the existence of a rabbit's heart or a cell of the rabbit's heart must have universe-wise knowledge, wisdom, choice, mercy, purpose. Endless qualities are needed. So we should be very comfortable in our conclusion that matter has no quality, let alone has the quality, some qualities which has universe-wise capacity. Impossible for a human being logically confirm and accept this possibility that material elements of DNA is the source of existence of the plant or animal or any living being, a cell, another cell, impossible. So we see, okay, we see different absolute qualities manifested on the causes. Yes, elements have their own qualities manifested in their existence, but they are different from the qualities of the effect. Has nothing to do with it. One of them is a matter, the other one is a working, perfectly working cell. But they look like each other, of course. The order of creation follows a perfect sequence so that sudden creation will surprise or would surprise human feelings. A cell, and in a second moment, it becomes a 20 years old boy or girl. No, deliberately changing the creation, so smoothly transferring the creation into another form, into another form, into another form. At each stage, the creator is manifesting its qualities in an amazing way that human beings say, this process of creation cannot happen accidentally. It is perfect law in order. So when I try to communicate with the universe and therefore through the universe with the creator of the universe, I know how to apply to the creation so that I will be communicating with the creator and presenting my need to him. This is the perfect wisdom in the creation of the universe. So I think I'm done about this verse 36. 36. Yasin, verse number 36. Do you have any questions, any concern about it, please? Just say whatever you feel like to share with me or with our friends here. Otherwise, I will continue. Now, you can interrupt me anytime, you know that. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وآية لهم الليل نسلخ منه النهار فإذا هم مظلمون. Another sign for them is the night. Yeah. We withdraw the day from it. Now continues to demonstrate how the universe is witnessing to their source of existence so that we will feel confident in our conclusion that we belong to the creator of the universe, all universe. And this creator is an absolute being. So we withdraw the day from it. I underlined we here, neslahu. This translation of we comes from here, this verse. So this letter, ne. Neslahu means we take it out of something. You know, if you, for example, how can I say an example? The good example I'm thinking, for example, it didn't come to my mind something that we human beings do the salaha. No, so it didn't come to my mind a good example. Something taking out of something. Maybe I can use this book example here. There is a book here. Now, this book example, if I take one of the pages like this, one page like this, pull out, it is called salaha. Yep. It is called salaha. Pulling out of something. That's interesting description that we withdraw the day from the night. What does it mean? And suddenly they are left in darkness. It means when nighttime passes, the creation continues, but the Quran doesn't say night and day are created separately. No, they are slowly pulled out, withdrawn. They are withdrawn. The day is withdrawn from night. Because of the beautiful description that this event, as the earth revolves on its around, and its relationship with the sun changes its position, and this is the description of the Quran that this is what we are doing, slowly, taking the day out of darkness. And suddenly they are left in darkness. So when the day is taken out, and darkness covers it. I don't know really, it is so a beautiful description of the Quran. I don't feel confident enough to explain it. First of all, we know that at a simple level, we know that it is a deliberate act. Now, as the earth is located in such a way that in its relationship with the sun, as the earth is revolving like this, sun is in relation to the earth, seem to be fixed, although it is also moving. But it is moving with its planets together with the earth like this. But there are several different rotations are going on. Milky Way galaxy moves around another huge galaxy. Now, that is why, as the Milky Way galaxy moves or revolves around another huge galaxy. It's a huge distance it is. Hard to imagine. While the Milky Way is moving, of course, the solar system in it is also moving. Solar system, as the solar system moves, Earth is moving, we are moving as well. That is one type of uh, moving is going on in the universe. And apart from this, Milky Way, solar system is moving also within the Milky Way. That is second stage of moving. And while the solar system is moving, the sun is moving, and the earth is moving as well, third stage of moving. While the earth is moving around the sun, earth also turns around itself, revolves around itself, fourth stage of stages of moving as far as my general understanding of this system. There is no confusion. Everything is perfectly arranged. Day and night is perfectly arranged. And order is so complicated within each other, but everything is smoothly being created. Smoothly being created, but I have to take something next to me. Yeah. These are all arranged by, as this verse says, we. It means the speaker in the Quran. It means the creator of the universe saying that I am doing this. So when light is gone, everything is left in darkness. So that is a purposeful creation. So والشمس تجري لمستقر لها ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم. So the sun too runs its determined course laid down for it by the Almighty, the All-Knowing. It means Aziz and Alim, All-Knowing, Almighty Creator. So I mean, drawing our attention that the whole universe is controlled by the one who is arranging this type of existence. So by creating day and night, we understand that simply any simple man, common people in the street, they understand that this type of creation is continuously changing. If there was no day and night, this type, day and night, we would think that everything is static. But because the day and night is changing, and darkness and light is exchanging slowly, but never there is no confusion in it, in this exchange. We understand that is a deliberate action, so that we understand nothing is static at all. But the significance of this event is demonstrating that what we call time is in fact nothing but naming the change in creation, renewal of the creation. That is just, we name it as time, but only we observe change, continuous change in creation. That is always amazing. That always amazes me. And I share this point with you. when I understand that if everything is in need of continuous change and how it is demonstrated in the universe, so I comfortably conclude that this creator of the universe has not created one universe which is just static there, but he is also the creator of an ever-changing universe which is similar to each other, but never exactly the same. That is amazing. That is really, we should never ever forget this point while we are reflecting on the creation. Never forget this point. Continuous change is the main point for us to make sure that our creator must be the absolute being. If the universe was created in a static way, that is amazing. That is enough of evidence. But to confirm, consolidate our belief in the Creator, God is so merciful. He created a changing universe. Someone may say, look, yes, the universe is a creator, the huge being, if the universe was static. Okay, it's a huge being. It is created, I understand. But the creator could create only this universe. That's it, limited. But as a manifestation of his infinite mercy, he created in such a way that it was continuously changing. So every change is a new design, new existence. The previous creation cannot be the source of existence of the next creation, what we studied. The previous creation, we name it cause. And next creation, we name it effect under the influence of materialistic philosophy. Unfortunately, these are all materialistic terminologies, but just made up by the materialist philosophers. Later on, they are adopted by materialist scientists. Now they are used very, very frequently uh, in presented to us in our education systems so that we comfortably use with them. You know, cause and effect. The universe is created. The universe exists with the cause and effect. If I believe in God, still I say, the believers say, God created the universe with cause and effect relationship, as if cause is the cause. They are different creatures. They are different creatures. They are not none of the parts of the universe can be the source of existence of the next part. Yesterday cannot be the source of existence of today. It is already gone. It is so, everything is so obvious, but unfortunately, the atmosphere, this cultural atmosphere invaded with this materialistic interpretation, although everything is so obvious. God is giving these examples to us only for those, as the Quran says, this is only an advice, a guide for those who take notes of it. Inshallah, we will be taking notes of it, inshallah. If there is no comment, question, I will continue. وَالْقَمَرَ قَدَّرْنَاهُ مَنَازِلَ حَتَّى عَادَ كَالْعُرْجُونِ الْقَدِيمِ. Now, the relationship with the earth and the sun is presented to our attention, now the moon. Because these are the obvious examples of the whole universe. Because we don't see the stars. If the stars were closed, we would see 1, 2, 3, 5 stars invading our horizon, and we wouldn't really think that this universe is so huge, deep, that we cannot reach the end. Impossible to reach the end. That is the wisdom in the creation of the stars far away. The closest planet, not the star, planet, the closest star is the sun. The closest planet to the Earth, is whatever the name they have. It didn't come to my mind. Doesn't matter. But another sign for us, the beautiful sign for us, demonstrating that the creation is continuously being changed, is the moon. So, and the moon, we have determined it is phases, from the full moon to half moon and the crescent, all these stages. So precisely arranged, perfectly arranged, so that we understand not only the earth, but the moon also is moving. And this relationship between the earth, the moon, and the sun is an example, so much really perfectly integrated with each other, but at the same time, they all move, but never collision, never any problem, never confusion, meaningless creation at all. Even the moment of the rotation of the earth around, we know that day and night and days and months, etc. And for the moon, because of the moon, we know the month and which day of the month according to shape of the moon. Of course, we don't watch moon now, but before this clock was invented by or discovered by human beings, people used to look at the moon and say that today is the 16th, or today, let's say 29th of January. Why? The shape of the moon discloses it perfectly, purposefully arranged. Impossible to ignore these signs. So until it finally appears like the old date palm stalk. It's so thin, so thin. But this is a beautiful description, actually. When we see a stalk, a smoke, it reminds us that there is branch behind it, branch of a tree. So we can imagine that, this crescent demonstrates that it is only a small sign demonstrating that behind this appearance of the moon, there's a huge tree of the universe. This is just this crescent shape. So that is one side of it. And also today I was thinking about these verses to get ready to share my understandings with you and taking my previous notes while I'm reading other sources. I take the previous notes which are related to our time now. Yeah, I was going reading these verses and thinking about all these previous notes that I have taken. It reminded me that, you know, human life is like as well, like this one. Full moon, the other, out of, as a result, not appearance wise, uh, growing or created, of course, growing from a cell into a fetus and the baby becomes full young man, and then going back again uh, with a crescent shape old man cannot really keep straight up. I remembered myself. I said, my life is demonstrating this phases of the moon as well. But this is my speculation. I mean, you can understand from this verse as much as you want to understand. So again, this celestial activities going on, and God is giving all these activities as examples for us, so that we have to look at the wisdom in their creation and understand that our Creator is perfectly manifesting, demonstrating His acts of creation for us to reflect on it. So the verse 40 says, للشمس ينبغي لها أن تدرك القمر ولا الليل سابق النهار وكل تجري وكل في فلك يسبحون وكل في فلك يسبحون. It means the sun cannot overtake the moon. It means there is no confusion. The sun, everyone is, although moving with different speed, all of them, moon's movement has different speed than Earth. Earth's movement has different speed than the sun, but all of them are, every moment is changing, no confusion. And this, some people dare to claim, to say, this happened accidentally. The moment of Earth, moment of the speed of the Earth, speed of the moon, speed of the sun, speed of the solar system are all different. None of them is the same. But the arrangement between them, there's no confusion. Which kind of accident which has this intelligence? Accident, you are talking about accident. And it has this intelligence to manage this system, this order of creation, so that billions of years along, all these activities are going on. There is no clash, no confusion, no meaningless action. One has to prostrate before the qualities of this maker. Power, design, knowledge, wisdom of this creator. That is why we have to, my heart, my mind really cool down, only saying, I cannot really describe God with any word. I can only say it is undescribable, impossible to describe. That means absolute. Absolute. I cannot give any limit to it. So the sun cannot overtake the moon, nor can the night outrun, outrun the day. No confusion. Although we know that in winter, nights are longer than daytime. In summer, nights are shorter than daytime. It means change is taking continuously and at different degrees. But no confusion. That is amazing. No confusion whatsoever. Perfectly measurable. Even the experts can measure when the sun, the earth, so the sun, the moon, and the earth will become aligned, perfectly arranged. You can calculate it. You can learn how perfectly the changes regularly taking place, calculated, say, for example, I don't know, for example, in January or June, let's say, in June, be careful, there will be an eclipse, moon eclipse, sun eclipse, whatever. And we know that according to movement of the moon or the position of the moon, you know this ebb, ebb, taking place one day. Of course, we were in the UK and there was an island where the ebb is so obvious. We were walking along the uh, ocean, oceans of Atlantic Ocean side, uh, uh, on the shore of the UK island. Or the UK is an island, you know that. So when we wanted to experience the ebb, so it was famous. So we went there as well to see how Allah's, God's ayat is manifested. Alhamdulillah. So we went there, and what we saw, we didn't realize everybody was very careful because they hang the paper showing that which day the app will start drawing back or um, expanding. I don't know the technical words. We didn't notice. We didn't take notice of it. We were walking, and suddenly we found ourselves covered by water. So frightened. And of course, the ground was solid. Thank God we walked through the water and get out of this ebb. Otherwise, we would be staying in the or remaining in the water. But Alhamdulillah, that was an excellent experience showing, demonstrating that it has an relationship between the moon has a relationship within the earth in a way with this attraction, they call it gravity. So demonstrates also that look, moon is there, but it has a relationship with the earth. Earth is here, it has a relationship with the moon. Not that these meaningless activities are going on. It's wonderful, amazing. So I will continue, mashallah. All of them float in an orbit assigned to them. It means they are just obeying the creation at all. Now, slightly changes the subject, because if we remember here, let me go very, very beginning of this verse there. Now, this 36K was the how do you say, the plan of the next following verses. Glory be to him who creates all things in pairs, the plants of the earth, mankind themselves, and things as yet they have no knowledge of. وَمِمَّا لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. He creates a lot of things, but we don't know yet. What are they? Here we go. Now, وآية لهم أنا حملنا ذريتهم في الفلك المشحون. Another sign for them is that we carry their offspring in the laden ship. It means the scholars worked on this verse, saying that laden ship is the cell, human cell, mother's cell, father's cell. When they unite their life and it is fertilized, and out of this cell, their generation is carried. That was one of the wonderful understanding of the description of this verse. Of course, it is also likened to the ark, Noah's ark, fulk. The same word in the Quran refers to Noah's ark. Noah's ark, after the flood, carried each pair of living beings. These are symbolic teachings. It means even everywhere is covered by the earth, by water. Everywhere on earth is covered by water, but we still preserve your new offsprings, generations. We don't let it go into and fall into non-existence. We carry them. So their offsprings is carried in a laden ship, and also it gives the news about fulk. It means ship. It means you can make ship. It means you can, although water is liquid, but you can find out the way the water, any water, it means the sea, on the ocean, or the sea, or lakes, whatever, any water collected water, how do you say? I mean, in an let's say lake or sea, you can make some ship to carry your provisions. So this is the ship was the human-made transportation, means of transportation available for the people who were the contemporaries of the Prophet Muhammad. And the Quran was revealed at time. When it was revealed at time, these people knew it, the ship. So Quran keeps giving the ship example as a representative of all human-made machines and transportation vehicles, as a representative. So again, Quran says these sheep and human-made machines are another sign for them that uh, God is enabling human beings to get this in the way that he creates the universe. And also the time is up, but I would like to cover these verses as well on the slide. So inshallah, next time we will continue from the following slide. And وَخَلَقْنَا لَهُم مِّن مِثْلِهِ مَا يَرْكَبُونَ. Here it is. He puts that. God says, we created for them the similar vessels we have made for them to ride on. But they didn't know anything apart from the sheep that time. But the Quran says there are more. Come on, discover. What the human beings discovered now from the order of the universe. It's a beautiful, miraculous way of explaining what will happen in the future in the Quran. Although no one knew that there will be other vessels, other vehicles available in the order of the universe. You can discover and make it. Now, here is the submarines, here are the cars and other vehicles, airplanes, aircraft. So amazing things are going on in the world. Finding out even more, we don't know yet, but we can find out because air, as if air seems to be cannot sustain anything. It can. Liquid cannot sustain anything. No, it can. There are perfect rules and principles of creation in this unimaginable air. You know, a matter, heavy matter, maybe hundreds of people and loads of heavy loads on the airplanes. You can put on them and fly in air. But air doesn't seem to be, nothing can stay in air, can find out. There are certain principles there. This Quranic verse is a miracle to me. And similar vessels we have made for them to ride on. Where is it? Here we found. There may be more, we don't know. So a couple of 100 years ago, no one knew that there's an airplane. Impossible to imagine that time. But the Quran says, yes, there will be. We have prepared for them. God says, that is amazing news of the Quran. Alhamdulillah, I'm very satisfied with this way of studying the Quran. Alhamdulillah. Thank you very much. Any comment, anything you would like to share with us, all the friends here? Anyone? No comment? Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم وآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين بسر سورة الفاتحة.